We welcome you to this broadcast of girls varsity basketball on NKTelco Sports. We're at Minster Gymnasium where the Coldwater Cavaliers will take on the Minster Wildcats. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, Orchards Floor Center, and NKTelco, our fine sponsors here. Along with Michael Laws, I'm Dave Kanapke. As we start the MAC season for the girls, Coldwater, our away team, they're 2-1 on the season, coming off a loss to Cavaliers. Michael, a lot of the Coldwater offense and defense revolves around their big girl in the middle, 6'5", Riley Rissmiller.
Yeah, they're going to have to get it down to her tonight and really try to manipulate that size to try to take advantage of that inside. They're going to a lot of the depth is going to be coming. A lot of the JVs coming up to play here in the varsity game, so they're really going to have to take advantage of that and get those points coming on from the inside.
For the Minster Wildcats, they are 1-1. They beat Walpock, lost to Russia 2 weeks ago. Did not play last weekend, but Michael, you look at this team, another deep and talented team for Coach Mike Liss.
They want to share the basketball quite a bit. They want to move the basketball. They got a lot of people. They got a lot of weapons, and they should be able to get Coldwater off balance and see maybe if one way is not working, going somebody else. They got that depth just like you talked about.
So. Two contenders here in the MAC starting off their season. Should be a good one. We'll be back with the starting lineups when we return here on NKTelco Sports.
I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Welcome back. We're getting ready for the Emerson Climate Technologies starting lineup. Again, Coldwater is 2-1 on the season. They've won over Salina and LCC. They lost at Cavaliers on Tuesday night, low-scoring game, 31-28. Minster, they are 1-1 on the season. 2 weeks ago they played. They beat Walpock and lost to Russia. They did not have any games over Thanksgiving weekend. So they were well rested here. So now here are the starting lineups for the Coldwater Cavaliers. And the starting lineups brought to you by Emerson Climate Technologies. Jenner Loigers, number 4, averaging just under 7 points a game. Number 15, Kelsey Seafring. Lineup starting for the Cavaliers. Number 22, Becca Wenning, 5'8" junior, averaging 8 points a game. And number 23, Claire Steinke, 5'9" junior, averages 6.3. And the tall girl in the middle, Riley Rissmiller, 16.7 points a game, a UD bound. Riley Rissmiller rounding out the starting lineup. So again, it's Leugers, Seifring, Wenning, Steinke, and Rissmiller for Coach Amy Meyer in her second year at the helm of the Cavaliers. And now they'll dim the lights for the Lady Wildcats. They've done this for boys for several years. I believe it's the first year they've done it for the girls. So get the spotlight out. It's the PA, Jamie Wolf, trying to get his notes together. Or I think they're trying to get the music going right, so it'll work. Coach Mike Wiss in his 7th year, 140-23 entering the season, an excellent record. Now we have the music. Leading off for the Wildcats, number 3, Katie McClure, 5'4" senior, averaging 8 points a game. Morgan Sparks, 5'7" senior, 4.5 a game. Number 10, Casey Albers. Addie Inskeep, number 32, 5'9" sophomore, 3 points a game. The leading scorer in the middle, Lily Barhorse, 14.5 a game for the 5'11" junior, number 14. Head coach Mike Wiss in his 7th year. So again, it's McClure, Albers, Sparks, Barhorse, and Inskeep for Coach Mike Wiss of Minster. So while they turn on the lights, we got a little bit of time before our keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. We'll have our keys to the game. We'll first start with the visiting Coldwater Cavaliers.
Yes, talking to the coach earlier today, they taking care of the basketball and being aggressive and making sure that they communicate with each other. So
those are your keys for Coldwater. What's our keys there, Michael, for Minster?
Minster, talking with their coach earlier today, must be able to control Rissmiller in the middle, as we talked about earlier, have to shoot well and show patience and get those looks on that D zone. So.
And those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. We will tip it off. Barhorst and Rissmiller controlled by the Wildcats. We'll try to go underneath. Barhorst will kick it out. Albers, 3 and in. Casey Albers with the tray.
Nice start there for the Cats already.
Minster, as always, full court pressure. Coldwater able to break it. Up ahead to Leugers. She will travel as she tries to go ahead.
Yeah, a little bit of impatience there, I think. And I think that's going to be a big, just like you talked about, I think that pressure is going to use that depth. Minster wants to get that depth and get it done early and get a lot of points early.
Minster, 4 starters back from last year's team that won 16-9, lost in the district semi, as they have to fix the net. No problem for 6'5" Riley Rissmiller. 6'5", Michael, that's about as tall as I remember any girl in this area.
I don't even think some of the boys players are that tall.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something you don't see in the girls' game all that often.
Inskeep, the lone new starter for the Wildcats this season, just a sophomore. Otherwise, 3 seniors and a junior, as McClurg's shot misses and goes long. Italy Cavalier ball. Cavaliers won by 21 over Salina. They defeated LCC by 26. And then they lost a 3-point game at Kalida. Place that's always tough to play, and they usually play a deliberate ball.
Absolutely. That Putnam County League always tough on their basketball.
Try to go to Rissmiller. It's knocked away. And there is a foul there, as tried to pass it underneath.
Mm-hmm.
Foul on the Wildcats.
Yeah. Trying to get that positioning there, and a little bit of contact. Already got our first foul.
First foul there on
number 14 there. Lily Barhorst.
Kelsey Seafrim with the basketball will give it up to Becca Wenning. Wenning all honorable mention last year in the MAC. Loiger's second team MAC will lob it down to Rissmiller. Double team, but puts it in.
I think that's going to be a big key. Going to really funnel a lot through her tonight.
3-2 Minster on our First National Bank scoreboard. First National Bank, think first. Barhorst kicks it out to McClurg, back to Barhorst. Albers try to hit another three. This one's long. Rebound by Steinke. Coldwater pushing the tempo. Wenning pulls up for a jumper. Rebound by Loigers. Steinke, ball on the floor, stolen by Sparks. Able to get it to McClurg without getting a jump ball.
Yeah, I was really surprised that whistle for the jump ball did not happen there, especially as long as she was on the floor.
So turnover for Coldwater. Barhorse at the post, fakes it, gives it to Albers. Albers their biggest outside shooting threat. McClurg will run the post or the point most of the time as she kicks it over in the corner to Barhorst. Inskeep 10-footer, too short. Rebound by Steinke.
Yeah, a little bit of seems like a little indecision on that trip down there for Minster. You know, a couple of looks, and I think coaches was looking for them to shoot and didn't do it. So a little bit of got that
jump ball there as McClurg just went in there and tried to rip the basketball away and got the jump ball.
Yeah, Coldwater bench wanting a foul, wanting a contact on the arm. Having a word with the official there.
Before that, I was just about to say Coldwater's lucky to keep the ball as long as they did.
Absolutely, yeah.
Minster will overplay on defense a lot. There will be double teams. We just have to have heads up there as Wenning. They will face that double team. Able to get it to a teammate. There's Loigers open for a three. Jenna Loigers.
Yep. Able to beat that press there and see if they can be able to keep converting. Keep that up here throughout the game.
Sparks will try a tray. Too long. Rebound there by Steinke. Coldwater pushing the tempo when they can. Able to get it ahead to Wenning. Becca. She is fouled when she tries to pass.
Yeah, must have got the arm there. And on top of that.
Foul on Katie McClurg, her first. Second on Minster as Wenning will inbound it. There's a corner three by Loigers. Battle out of bounds. It will go off of Minster, so another chance here for Coldwater.
Yeah, I think Coldwater's really going to have to be keying on the opportunities that they get because just like we mentioned earlier, I don't think that Minster's got more of the depth, and I think Coldwater's just, especially we're able to get some outside shots. They're really got to be consistent and really convert when they get the chances.
Into Rissmiller. She is fouled, so Riley Rissmiller will shoot two. We'll see what that foul's on. If it's on Barhorse, it's not. Would have been her second. We'll see on Addie Inskeep first. So Rissmiller shoots two. We had a couple subs there for Coldwater. Number 3, Emma May. It's the first one in there by Rissmiller, and also number 15, freshman Mia Kanapke. She was the setter on a very good and state runner-up volleyball team for Coldwater.
Yeah, some of these girls coming out of that. Some of the these couple of these MAC teams having some long runs in the tournament.
I guess it's a good problem to have.
Yes.
Loigers and Rissmiller definitely played on volleyball and probably missing a couple. Rissmiller was injured earlier in the season, but played the last half. Barhorse all over Rissmiller for the basket. Lily Barhorse cuts the lead to 7-5. Drive by Steinke. Rissmiller's there on the floor.
Another jump. Or do we have a foul? No, we do have a jump ball.
So 7-5, and this time it'll go to Minster.
Yeah, I thought they both had one arm up thinking they had to foul, but then they went to the double thumbs, and probably the right call there.
7-5, Coldwater leads in our First National Bank scoreboard halfway through this first quarter. McClurg tried to get it. The bar horse, Inskeep, comes up with it. 12-footer too long. Ball knocked out of bounds. It will be Coldwater ball.
Yeah, a little bit of indecision here from Minster. Just, kind of hesitating a little bit to, put the ball up. I mean, they get the look and kind of thinking twice about it. So we'll see if that's going to stay consistent throughout the game or not.
First sub for Minster, number 12, Lydia Mesher, a junior. 6 seniors and about that many juniors on a very deep squad. And Becca Wenning will break the pressure. Guarded there by Sparks. Sparks is that quick guard. Plays tough defense. Minster seems like they always have.
Yeah, they're always just been scrappy, and especially here also so far.
May's shot is short. It will go out of bounds to the Wildcats. Number 22, Anna Larger into the game. A very good defensive player, junior, on what is always a deep bench for Coach Wiss. And
yeah, definitely a lot of depth. When we started the game, Coldwater only having basically 7 on the floor and then having to have the JVs to, change over to help them with their depth there.
Larger is fouled there by Wenning. First foul on Coldwater. Just under 3 to go. Minster's points have been Casey Albers with the 3 and Barhorse with the 2. Coldwater has switched to a zone, a 2-3 zone it looks like.
Oh, nice steal.
Steinke trying to take it down in some traffic. Nice pass to Kanapke. Not able to convert. Minster comes up with the rebound. McClurg to Larger. She thought about a 3. Barhorse at the free throw line. Kicks it out. Larger with the 3. Rebound May. Wenning, double team. Coldwater's done a nice job handling the pressure in the double teams.
They sure have. They've been really breaking it well, being patient, not trying to rush it, and so far it's been working for them.
Kanapke drives baseline with a runner, draws the foul, and that could be a big foul. That's the second on McClurg.
Yeah, a little bit of foul trouble early here, so.
Loigers into the game, and then a whole bunch of Minster players. Number 23, Lindy Hemmelgarn. Number 32, Addie Inskeep back in. And also Sparks, I think, returned. 2 minutes exactly here. Coldwater up by 2. 2 of the top contenders. I would put them with Marion and probably Parkway, maybe Versailles. I don't think there's a clear-cut favorite this year.
No, just from what I'm seeing out of the previews, I think it's almost pretty much anybody's title to have.
On the floor, and Inskeep coming up with a steal. Coach Wiss with a quick timeout. So good job by Inskeep. We'll see it probably be a 30-second timeout. Will give us a chance to run through our sponsors. Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, Borchers Floor Center, and NKTelco are fine sponsors here tonight in the MAC opener. And so far, neither team has gotten going or both teams have been dominating.
Yes, I think it's a little bit of, right now Coldwater's been sticking with the plan of going inside, but also breaking that pressure, been doing really well. I think Minster's, just from what I'm seeing so far, Minster's a little bit of hesitation putting the ball up. They've had about 3 or 4 looks, probably could have put it up, probably had something, so maybe a little bit of nerves here with the back opener, who knows.
So Minster coming out of the timeout. Again, all the timeouts sponsored by Precision Strip. Mesher underneath, stolen away. Steinke with the basketball up to Loigers. 7-5. We've had that same score for a few possessions in a row. Steinke trying to find an opening. Shot over Mesher. Mesher with the board. Lindy Hemmelgarn Senior across the timeline.
Oh.
That is kicked.
Yep, off the foot there.
Minster's games, they defeated Walpock 53-34 in the first game. Second game on the first weekend, they lost to a very good Russia team, 43-37. I think you saw Russia earlier.
I saw Russia last week. I actually was on their game with Jackson Center. Kind of sputtered a little bit early, but then their depth just really kicked in and really took it to Jackson Center in their conference opener with them.
Second year for veteran coach Paul Bremagen. That will go out of bounds. Will stay with Minster, who was a long time with the Russia boys, then left and coached in Troy, if I remember right.
Yep, I believe you are correct. And
maybe took a year or two off when the girls opened up, and 30-some years of coaching, that's a good experience to bring in.
Absolutely, and they looked really good. They had a lot of depth. They had a lot of upperclassmen. Jackson Center was just a little bit young, but Russia really showed the really good inside game, and if you have bad losses, I guess that wasn't one of them.
Barhorse reaches over for the stick-back rebound. There's a pass underneath the Inskeep. It rimmed out. There's a steal. Barhorse thought about it. Tries to drive. Might have traveled. Ball goes off, I think, a Coldwater foot. It will stay with Minster.
Yep.
Barhorse trying to make things happen for the Wildcats.
Yeah, they're really trying to a little bit more pressure now. I don't know if that what was talked about in the timeout to, maybe not think about it as much and attack a little bit more, and you're starting to see that here, at least in this possession.
And Larger gives it up to Morgan Sparks. Barhorse at the elbow, pulls up in the lane, had to shoot it over Rissmiller. They try to tie her up. They call a reach-in foul. That foul is on Inskeep. That'll be the second player with 2 fouls for Minster, with McClurg on the bench already.
Yep.
Lydia Mesher comes back in for Inskeep.
Yep, 8.8 left here in this first quarter. So
see if Coldwater can get a shot off. And that will go out of bounds with 6.6. If you're Coldwater, I think you just want to basically inbound it, and a shot at the end will be a bonus here.
Absolutely.
Just don't throw it away under Minster's basket. Able to get it to Wenning. Back to Steinke. Kick ahead. Rissmiller will try the 3. We played an even quarter of basketball on our First National Bank scoreboard, 7-7. We'll be back with quarter number 2 here on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
1 quarter in the books here in this MAC opener. We are all tied at 7.
Yeah, definitely. We were talking off the air first quarter. I think Coldwater should be very proud. Very pleased right now. They're keeping this, being able to break that and keep things going. A little bit of indecision from Minster, I think. Just they're not quite had some more looks and are not really taking that shot option. I don't know if they're looking for the perfect shot or not, but. We move on. We'll see how the second quarter shakes down.
Coldwater will start us off here along with Michael Laws. I'm Dave Kanapke, and it's been a good first quarter of basketball in the MAC opener. May tries to pass it to a teammate who already cut. So an unforced error, if you will, gives it to Minster.
Yeah. You also don't know some of these with these long runs with the volleyball, as we were mentioning earlier. Sometimes that cuts into the basketball scrimmage time, so sometimes that timing might be a little off with passes like that.
Good point. Mesher, Barhorse running baseline. Picked up by Rissmiller. Mesher could not hit the bank shot. Coldwater on the attack. Steinke tries to drive, has to pick up her dribble to Wenning. And almost a steal, but Coldwater keeps it. Now to Rissmiller. Gives it up to Steinke. I think she ran without the ball.
Yep.
That is defined as traveling.
Yep. That was definitely, nobody doubted that, I think. So that was thinking we were in the NBA, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, they wouldn't have called that in the NBA.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
Minster scored on their first possession. Albers hit a 3. Other than that, Barhorse has had 4. Nobody else has scored. Ball has been in Barhorse hands around the high post a lot. Albers will try another 3 and
got that.
drain it. Casey Albers had the most threes last year, and she hits a big one there.
Yeah, definitely getting that momentum back to give them a 3-point lead.
Jenna Loigers gives it up to Emma May. Underneath. They kick it back out. Steinke tries to drive up and under and banks it in.
Yeah, Coldwater very, very pleased right now, I think.
Shot up by McClurg, who's playing with 2 fouls. Rebound to Coldwater. 10-9 Minster on our first National Bank scoreboard. Coldwater had a 7-3 lead for just a little bit. But other than that, it's been within a couple points. Loigers trying to find an opening. Clerg playing good defense on May, able to get to her, but there'll be a timeout. Coldwater will be a full timeout. We'll step aside. You're watching girls high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
We are here and here and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
5:55 to go in the second quarter. Coming out of the precision strip timeout by Coldwater. They trail by 1 to Minster.
Yeah, they've been moving the basket. A lot of patience from Coldwater being able to beat that, and right now only being down by 1, staying into this game. Minster, I think their defense has been really, really swarming, holding Coldwater at bay as well. So, been very interesting here first quarter and a half.
Good inbounds pass to Steinke. Wenning missed that under a lot of traffic. There's Albers tries to drive, loses the handle. Coldwater comes up with a turnover as Loigers able to keep it for good. Jenna Loigers, one of the spikers on Coldwater's state runners-up team. To Steinke, to the hole. Ball bouncing around. It'll be Minster ball. Coldwater, a good opportunity there. Could not convert as Mia Kanapke will come back in.
That's where they really got to be able to get that, because I don't know if they're going to be able to get those opportunities later on to be able to handle that. I think that's going to be very, very tough for them later on, so hopefully that doesn't come back to bite them later.
Amy Meyer, the second year as head coach for Coldwater. She was a long-time assistant, also a very good player in her own right. Played under Charlie Mayer, who was a long-time, very successful coach. And there's a 3-ball, Morgan Sparks. And it comes up with a steal. 4-point lead on the Sparks 3-ball. Albers, Barhorse with an offensive rebound, backs into Rissmiller. Rissmiller reaches over the top, and they will call the foul on number 24, Kayla Lamb.
Yep, reach over and A lot of confusion down there and a lot of congestion as well. So
and some people, you can reach over. That's not over the back. People get all excited about that. If you don't have contact there, you have the right to jump over people and get it there. And that ball is knocked out of bounds. Good defense by McClure causes it to go off of Wenning for the turnover.
Absolutely, yeah. A lot of people, you want to play play basketball, and it's a lot of you get into this. Sometimes they think contact is supposed to be called, and we're even talking before the game. The officials with their experience and stuff like that. Sometimes fans don't quite understand that, and get a little upset about that type of stuff. So let them. Let the refs, the players play, and the coaches coach, and we'll all be good.
Good defense there by Steinke in the reach around. Jump ball, alternate possession. We'll keep it with Minster.
Looks like another check-in here for Minster.
Kennedy Cordy, senior post player, gives Barhorse the break. Her first break of the game.
Yeah. Lots of movement on the Minster bench.
I think they've played already 9 players, I believe. I have to check that. Shot up by McClure, banks it and hangs in and down. Katie McClure, her first 2 points, a 6-point lead for the Wildcats, and there's a steal the other way. McClure up ahead to Cordy, trying to get position, gets her own rebound and is fouled. So nice move there by Cordy, and the senior will shoot. No, I think they'll say it's a shooting. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
She was on the floor, so it is not shooting foul. But
yeah, I think she had come down with it, and I think the contact came before she went back up again. So hence why they're going to keep it on the floor.
Minster getting a little run here to break a little opening 6-point lead seems big in this game so far.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's been back and you're exactly right. It's been back and forth, and then they're starting to shoot here a little bit more, but nice block.
Lamb shot is blocked, and a foul on the rebound. Foul on, I think it's Kennedy Cordy.
Yep. That's her first.
7th team foul. 7 on Minster.
And only 2 on Coldwater.
So that's the downside of that aggressive defense if the refs are calling it close. And Riley Rissmiller.
He'll be going to the line here for anything for the rest of the half.
This is the first. She's 3 for 3 tonight. Has a very soft touch on her shot. Sometimes you see the tall players, boys or girls, have trouble with the foul shots.
That's usually the one position you would think would have trouble with the free throw line, but not her.
Boy.
Nailed all 4 that she's had tonight.
Draw her team within 4, 15-11 on her first National Bank scoreboard. Sparks sought about a 3. Down to Lamb to Cordy. Stolen away by Coldwater. Wenning up ahead. They pass it to Rissmiller. Post move and in. Rissmiller now with 8. Coldwater within 2. Sparks. Right now, neither post player, post starters in the game right now for Minster. There's a nice cut by Lamb, and she is fouled. Kayla Lamb, junior. Nice cut there, pass by Cordy. She'll shoot 2.
Yeah, get a chance to tie this game. First time Minster still on tonight.
Lamb with her first point.
Another substitution for Minster.
It's 23, Lindy Hemmelgarn into the game. And Claire Steinke returns for Coldwater. So Minster right now with only 2 starters, as being Sparks and Albers. Coldwater, I think they pretty well have their starting lineup in there with Steinke. The rebound as Lamb goes 1 of 2.
Yeah, you're only seeing a couple from Coldwater. It's been definitely a smaller rotation from them. Minster definitely, like you mentioned, already 9 players already into the game already.
Rissmiller had an opportunity. She had beat everybody down, but that pass just went through her hands. So ball off of Hemmelgarn, tipped around. Cordy comes up with the elbow, and they catch her with that.
Wow. Yeah, lots of contact there.
And that will be 1-1 the other one. No, that's a player control foul, I guess, in that. You don't shoot 1-1s after player control.
Oh.
Like a charging call.
Yes.
So it's similar to that.
Right.
So Coldwater down by 3, coming up on 3 minutes to go for the quarter. Loigers trying to find an opening, double team underneath the Steinke. Nice pass, can't finish, but Rissmiller misses that. Another chance, and in. Rissmiller now with 10. Cavaliers within 1.
Yeah, great aggressiveness getting that on that third opportunity to be able to get that down. There hasn't been a lot of multiple opportunities, maybe 1 or 2, but not many.
Cordy's shot off shot. Good hustle by Lamb, and it goes off the Cavalier. Yeah, this is key for Minster. Lily Barhorse into the game. It gives some good minutes by Cordy. Also, McClurg in the game is able to give Sparks a break. I think we're going to see the ball in Barhorse and McClurg's hands at this possession. There's McClurg. Has trouble, and she's double team playing with 2. There it is, the Barhorst.
Yeah, a lot of body in that initially under the basket there for Minster.
2:15. Pass tipped away again. Wenning to the hole, and Coldwater with the lead. Becca Wenning with the steal and takes it to the house. 17-16 Coldwater. Tipped away, and this defense for Coldwater has been really aggressive.
They've definitely picked it up here in the second quarter. They were a lot more patient, but now they're definitely being very, very aggressive and creating this and getting them that 1-point lead.
Albers couldn't get her shot off in the corner. They try to go to Albers, and they anticipated her to Barhorse. Barhorse able to steal it back. Athletic play by Lily Barhorst. They will reset it. Lamb underneath the Barhorse at the high post. 125. Minster down by 1. She goes up against Rissmiller and draws the foul. First foul by Riley Rissmiller. I knew when Barhorse came back in the game, she was going to make something happen.
Absolutely.
Definitely did. Averaging 14.5 points on this very young season. Misses the first one. Emma May in the game, 13, or number 3 for Coldwater. Number 13, Morgan Sparks, and number 22, Hannah Larger in for Minster. Barhorse will try to tie it up here. That one's too strong as well, so.
Yeah, they've 1 for 3 from the line tonight for Minster. Coldwater 4 for 4, so might come down to that here later on.
Double team, Loigers. Rissmiller out of the lineup here with 1 minute to go. Steinke. May, step back 3.
Yep.
Emma May. Big basket. 20-16. McClurg down to Barhorst. McClurg cannot get a shot off. There's Larger, 15-footer. Barhorst with the rebound and in. Barhorst with 6.
Yeah, great follow-up there.
Down to 2. We'll see what Coldwater does. And there's this Anna Larger with the steal. Sparks. McClurg down to 17 seconds. So work it around down to 13 seconds. Lamb, 15-footer. Kayla Lamb. Tied up. Coldwater trying to put a shot up. That will end our first quarter of play. We were tied after the first quarter. We are tied at halftime on our First National Bank scoreboard, 20-20. We'll take a break here at halftime. We'll be back with our first half stats when we return on NKTelco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Whether you do business from a corner store or a corner office, there is one asset your business cannot do without: the Internet. Everything from sales and marketing, training and shipping, PR, HR, and R&D, your business relies on a fast, reliable, and secure connection. And now, it's more important than ever to partner with an Internet provider you can trust. Get Flight Fiber for Business, backed by local tech support from NKTelco. Call today.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Good first half of basketball here between Coldwater and Minster. We are all tied at 20 with our first half numbers. Mr. Michael Laws.
Yes, for Coldwater, converting on 5 field goals and missing 9, converting 2 3-pointers by missing 3, and 4 for 4 from the free throw line, coming up with 6 rebounds and turning over the ball 12 times. For Minster, 4 field goals off and missing 9, converting 3 3-pointers by missing 4, and 1 for 3 from the free throw line, and currently have 5 rebounds and have turned over the ball 10 times.
Individual scoring for Coldwater. Riley Missmiller leads everybody with 10. MMA and Jenna Loigers with 3 apiece. Becca Wenning and Claire Steinke with 2. For Minster, 5 players have scored, led by Lily Barhorse and Casey Albers with 6. Morgan Sparks with 3. Kayla Lamb with 3. Katie McClurg with 2. You know, both these teams got a lot of their offense from their defense today.
Yes, a lot of as you can kind of tell, there's a lot of turnovers, a lot of ball pressure. Actually came from both sides. Minster was really kind of doing it, and then Coldwater kind of took that and really got it more in that second period where they were really pressing and creating those turnovers and making this such an even game so far.
Yeah, Minster did it more with a full court pressure, where Coldwater had some very good half court steal on their half court defense.
Yes, yeah, a lot of their stuff, and they're also coming up big on the boards as well.
So we'll see both teams come out of off the bench. It will be Coldwater ball on the left end this time, and we will see who scored the most points in the second half to break this 20-20 tie.
Yeah, we might actually have some extra basketball if we keep this up. We'll see.
Wenning gives it to the Loigers. Looks like both teams have the same starters. Loigers, Rissmiller, Seafreen, Steinke, and Wenning. There's Wenning with the basketball. Working against this man-to-man. Minster's played man-to-man defense the whole way. Every once in a while, they'll throw in a 1-3-1. There's a pass, and there's a steal. Albers tipped it and ended up eventually coming up with it. Barhorse to the hole. Rissmiller with a nice block. Good block without fouling. That's a good hustle by Sparks to knock it out of bounds.
Yeah, usually they're asking for that. Actually, nobody said anything, and evidently got the ball. Nobody was yelling, so definitely good contact. And being able to Coldwater to be able to keep this basketball.
Coldwater has nobody with more than 1 foul. Minster has 2 players, Inskeep and McClurg, with 2 fouls. And there's a steal by Sparks to the hole. Missed it, but a follow by Inskeep and 1. Addie Inskeep is a beneficiary of a steal and a miss by Sparks. She draws a foul on Wenning. Her second foul. 3-point play coming up possibly for Inskeep, and she does. Breaks the tie, 23-20 on our First National Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, definitely that pressure, being able to create that and cut off that passing lane to be able to create that opportunity and put them up by 3.
Loigers, Wenning trying to post up underneath. There comes the lob, and there's the foul on Sparks.
Yeah, that was on that initial. Yeah, it had nothing to do with what was underneath the basket. It was definitely off of this play over here, and already first foul of the half for Minster.
Barhorse tips the inbounds pass to Rissmiller for the turnover. McClurg with the 3. Albers with their long rebound, takes it in, rims out, touches a few hands, but Steinke ends up controlling it. Jenna Loigers across the timeline. Gives it up to Seifring.
I think that went off of Minster. Yep, it sure did. Coldwater will keep that underneath the basket.
6:14 to go here in the third quarter. Minster has 3 points in this quarter. Coldwater yet to score as Emma May comes in. She had a big 3 off the bench earlier to give Coldwater their biggest lead, which was 4. I think it's been about, Minster had a 6-point lead at one time. Rissmiller kicks it out to Wenning with the tray. Becca Wenning hits the 3.
Tie this game. That's the second time the net's had to be undone there. So
we have no problem with the centers we have on this team to jump up and get that.
Able to reach those both.
I would have to use a basketball. I think anymore.
I would need to step on somebody's back or something. I'm not that tall. So
Barhorse, she really made a space for herself and draws the foul. So Barhorst trying to break this tie. She was 0 of 2 earlier tonight. See what she does here on the second foul by Steinke. Barhorst not able to find the touch from the free throw line so far.
Yeah, 2 for 4 from the line for the entire Minster team so far.
Second one for the junior. Too strong again. And Steinke with the rebound.
Correction, 2 of 6. I apologize. 6 attempts, 2 of them, converting 2 of them. So, but yeah, that's definitely a tight rim there for Minster on the free throw line so far.
May stolen by Albers.
Wow.
She is bent back there. Good, flexible.
I was like, wow. And I'm gonna tell you, they are letting them try to figure that out, because almost every whistle has, when anything on the floor been in doubt, it has taken a while before that whistle is blown before they make that decision.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to let them figure that out, I think. So
Albers thought about it. Will drive in to Inskeep. Tied at 23. There's a steal by Loigers, and she draws a foul. Half-court defense for Coldwater has been a big thing for them tonight.
Absolutely. And coming up with it, and definitely going to have to watch fouls, because definitely Minster with all the fouls in the first half. We'll see if those add up here and get some players in trouble, and we'll see if that depth might get tested.
That was the second foul on Sparks. Rissmiller hadn't touched it lately, now with the ball, but pretty far away from the basket. Steinke. Now Loigers on the wing. She'll let the 3 go. Rissmiller reaches over the top, goes to the basket, can't finish. Barhorse comes up with a rebound. She's got 4 girls around her.
Yes.
it was knocked out of bounds. So good look for Rissmiller, just couldn't fall.
And she definitely was definitely working it and just could not quite get it to fall.
Minster trying to break this tie. McClurg in and out on the 3. Rebound by Inskeep. Fake. Can't follow. Coldwater with the basketball. Becca winning against Sparks. Loigers. Rissmiller trying to post up. They get down to her. Barhorse is right there. Have to kick it out. And there will be a timeout. Coldwater. Head coach Amy Meyer will call a 30-second timeout. That gives us an opportunity to let you know NKTelco Sports and sponsors pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity basketball action on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. The replay times are Friday, December 9th at 5 p.m. and Sunday, December 11th at 5 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports.
You'd be amazed at how much is available here through NKTelco, either through our YouTube, through everything, and how much coverage we put into that, and the numerous hours that our crews put in. So, and just doing it here for the community here, and we really appreciate the support. So
yes, we do. That gives us an opportunity to have nice seats on a very good MAC game here tonight.
Absolutely.
Tried to go to Rissmiller, tipped away by Barhorst. Both teams have scored just 3 points here in this second half.
Yeah, you're exactly. Yeah, the rim's been pretty tight here on the second half. So I don't know if they're getting a little tighter on the holding the basketball or.
Mia Kanapke's shot. Rebounded by the other 13, Morgan Sparks. Albers tried to get an opening, not able to get the shot off as they set it to McClurg to start the offense. Drives in and gets the roll. McClurg now with 4, breaks the tie, 25-23 on our First National Bank scoreboard. And there's almost a steal. Seafrain able to get it to Wenning. Only 3 points this quarter has been by Wenning on a tray. Trying to post up Rissmiller. Nice entry pass and in. Great entry pass there by Kelsey Seafrain.
We're able to find her. That patience got it into Rissmiller to be able to finish that.
3 ball by Sparks. Rebound by Barhorst and in. Lily Barhorst with the stick back. She has 8. Full timeout by Minster. Will step aside. You're watching girls basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Coming out of the Precision Strip timeout by Minster. They lead this game by 2, 27-25.
Yeah, a lot of pressure from both teams really creating it, and not a lot of offense so far in the second half. It's either been from either a tight rim or just tight handling of the basketball, but not a lot of points here. Could come down here later. It was not quite as free-flowing here in the second half, so definitely the intensity has picked up.
Full court pressure. Coldwater able to break it. Steinke over to Wenning. As Minster goes to that 1-3-1, I think. Switch to the zone. May open for the tray. And there's over the top there by Loigers. Ball on the floor. We will have a jump ball. That'll keep it with Coldwater. May had an open look that just couldn't hit it as Rissmiller comes back in. Coach Meyer used that timeout to give her tall girl a little bit more rest there without much game time missing. I think there's a confusion on the floor on whose ball it should be.
Belongs to
the scoreboard had it that way, and evidently it's what it is. But
evidently they might have been a cross possession, I guess, and thinking it went one way and went to Coldwater. So.
Rissmiller, Barhorse thought she had a clean block, but the referee says, no, you got the arm. So Riley Rissmiller will shoot 2.
Yeah, didn't please the Minster side of the crowd too much, but
imagine that.
Hence here we are. So referee getting something wrong. Who would thought? No?
Rissmiller misses her first free throw on her 5th attempt.
Yeah, that's a first miss from the free throw line for Coldwater tonight.
2-time first-team All-MAC will be playing at UD next year. Rims in the second one. Lead down to 1, 27-26. Minster's first 3 games at MAC is Coldwater, Marion, and Parkway, probably the 3 toughest competitors to Minster to win the MAC.
Yeah,
playing out of the shoot.
Oh,
shot by Barhorse and 1 as she banks it home. Albers, Casey Albers.
Contact got her to go and make this a traditional 3-point play.
Picked up the 3rd foul on Becca Wenning.
She's the first Coldwater player in
I think either team to have 3.
Remote foul trouble right now. So
Albers completes the 3-point play. Albers now with 9.
Well, yeah, I think we're gonna get a little bit more physicality and a nice steal.
Anna Larger with the steal to Lamb. And stolen right back by Leugers, and she is fouled. That's the 3rd foul on McClurg. So it'll be on the side there as a good job by Coldwater after Minster had the steal. They stole it right back.
Yeah, definitely kept it up, not giving up on it and staying that and be able to create that and get it back going the other way. So
Minster still in their zone trapping, and there's a nice steal by Larger. There's a foul in the backcourt by Leugers. Some players are instant offense. Every time I see an Anna Larger come in the game, she had the steal before, she's instant defense.
Yes.
2 steals in the last 2 possessions.
Absolutely. I think that Coldwater a little bit more patience, I guess, with that, just like you were talking about more with the half court, really kind of waiting to pounce, I think, mostly because of maybe a tad lack of depth. Minster has the ability they can be, maybe has the ability to be a little bit more aggressive with the depth of the bench.
Minster up by 4. Inskeeper just came in the lineup. Gives it to Lamb, up and under and in. Kayla Lamb with 5 points off the bench. 32-26. Wenning trying to find an opening. There's Leugers. Rissmiller trying to post up. Leugers to Rissmiller. Inskeep with a nice steal. Minster with a ball and a 6-point lead. Albers kicks it out to Larger. Lamb loses a handle. Rissmiller with the ball. Leugers. Minster has switched to this zone. I think Coldwater's had some trouble with this zone. There's May is open. It will go off a foot. That'll be a Coldwater foot.
Off of Coldwater. I thought both shoes were kind of there. I thought it might have got off of Minster, but
Steinke and Kanapke in for Coldwater. See what Minster will do here with a 6-point lead with under a minute to go. Coldwater looks like they're matching up to man. They are. Larger, double teamed a little bit. Albers to Inskeep. Pass to Lamb. Albers will kick it over to Larger. Under 30 seconds ago. I don't think Minster necessarily going for a run. They just can't find anything yet. Albers thought about a three.
They may act like they're holding for the last shot. I don't think they are. They're just not finding the opportunity until then.
That shot is blocked. Rissmiller with the rebound. It's a chance for Coldwater, under 10. Loigers has to pick up her dribble. There's a steal by Albers. Can she get a shot off? She'll take it all the way for the layup and not fall. We've played 3 quarters of basketball on our First National Bank scoreboard. Minster leads by 6. We're back with the 4th quarter here on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We are certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
We go into the 4th quarter on our First National Bank scoreboard. Minster 32, Coldwater 26.
Yeah, it was really tight in the rim here in this 3rd quarter. Not as many points as we've had. You know, we had a tie going in, and now basically 12 points on one side and 6 points on the other side going into that second half. It was even going into half, so Minster, I think, showing a little bit more with the depth, right now having the lead, and we'll see if they can be able to hold on here for this last 8 minutes.
And Minster has played 10 already. I think Coldwater has played just 7. And the intensity of this game might be making a difference. They have the first possession. Hemmelgarn, and there's a steal. Steinke, 2-on-1 to Wenning, swatted away there by Inskeep, but the follow by Rissmiller.
Yeah, great way to crash that and be able to create that opportunity and get this within 4.
32-28. Any lazy passes tonight are usually snapped up. Sparks in and out on the tray.
Tight rim, and also a little tight on the shot.
Seifring drives to the basket, picked away. I think Inskeep stole it. McClure comes up with it. Barhorse to the hole, blocked, but fouled by Rissmiller. Only Rissmiller's second foul, and Barhorse, who hasn't had any success at the foul line, we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, been 3 of 4.
She's 53% coming in tonight.
Yeah, 3 out of 7. Missed that one, too.
At some point, it becomes mental a little bit.
Absolutely. That's always a mental thing, I always thought, with free throws. I always believe that. It's just a mindset.
You got to have the technique, but after that, it's mental.
Absolutely.
And she able to break through the mental break, if you will. Barhorse now with 9. Lead at 5. Steinke is Minster trying to trap at the half-court line. Shot up by Rissmiller. Nice jumper for 15 feet.
Proving that she can shoot from outside, and definitely well-deserved of her trip to play for the Flyers next year.
Yeah, you're not going to play with UD just being underneath, and she shows that range. She has 17, a quiet 17 almost.
Absolutely. UD, new coach this year, absolutely, with their coach leaving for Illinois, so they have a new coach coming starting this year.
Wasn't aware of that.
And they're giving success to my hometown, Illinois, so I'm excited. So women's basketball playing well, along with the men.
Yeah. Opening by Wenning. Can't get it to fall. The net is wrapped up on the Coldwater side. I can't believe it wasn't reset. 6:09 to go. Minster up by 3. Barhorse thought about it. Every possession pretty important here. The MAC opener, but Inskeep will hit it. Addie Inskeep, 5 points all in the second half, stretches the lead to 5.
Yeah, I think that's going to weigh in, and also patience here as well.
I've never seen. Yeah, they've kept it. They had the last possession. The net for Coldwater is over the top there.
Yeah,
they didn't fix it for the last possession.
Yep.
And they'll have to fix it now.
Yeah, this is the third time we've had to fix a net tonight.
Yeah,
so
but they actually had a possession last time with the net like that.
Yeah.
I've never seen that happen. It wasn't really a fast court. I think they could have stopped it, but.
Yeah. Sometimes you just don't notice that, unfortunately, and it's just, officials are human too. So
yeah, there's a lot going on. I can understand that.
Yep.
Drive by Steinke, fouled from behind. Nice drive by Steinke. She'll shoot 2. Steinke is 5'9" junior. Been impressed by her. She's a nice ball handler, quick with the dribble.
Yeah, a lot of great basketball here on both sides. Both teams should be very, very proud, and I think definitely going to see a lot on the top of the MAC this year from both sides.
Steinke now with 3. She hits the first free throw as Mia Kanapke, freshman, off the bench. She's been averaging almost 5 points off the bench this year. Emma May comes back in.
Don't get many freshmen in the varsity lineup, but definitely contributing.
Steinke able to will that one in.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit of a blowing exhale blow to get that go, but it did go.
Lamb to Barhorst, banks it home. Lily Barhorst. 11 for Barhorst. 5-point lead for Minster. Good assist by Kayla Lamb. May thought about the 3.
I think it's definitely going to become very, very important to have for Coldwater convert each time down the floor.
Lamb was a steal that eventually tipped out, will stay on the Minster end. It's Coach Wiss setting the offense out of the inbounds play. Inskeep 15-footer rattles it home. She's hit a couple big shots here.
Yep, they definitely. Right now, Minster has been getting them in the key time, and it's been a little tight for Coldwater here. So I think Coldwater really needs something. They're going to take, and I think that's why the timeout's going to be taken here and see if we can calm them down and get some baskets here in the last 4 minutes.
Some of our other sponsors here tonight: Burke Petroleum, Chiltex LLC, Cy Schwerman Incorporated, Dickman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Park National Bank, Securicom, and St. Henry Bank. Our keys to the game was brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Starting lineups sponsored by Emerson Climate Technologies. All our timeouts like this one sponsored by Precision Strip. Michael and I will pick a player game sponsored by NKTelco. Our Minster Live View sponsor is Borchers Floor Center. And on our First National Bank scoreboard, Minster leads by 7.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very important for Coldwater, especially on each possession, to be able to come up with something big, because I think Minster has been a little bit better here in this fourth quarter to be able to convert each time they've been down the floor. So Coldwater's not going to get as many opportunities, so it's going to be very, very important for them to capitalize on what they get when they get down there.
And we often see a timeout. Minster switches from their zone to man-to-man. So probably Coldwater was working on how to attack the double team.
Yep, and there was one there trying to create something.
May thought about a 3. Open is Kanapke. Nice backdoor cut by Mia Kanapke. Freshman with a big basket cuts the lead to 5.
Freshman going underneath, not afraid to do that. That was pretty good.
Albers to Inskeep to Barhorst. Lamb has earned some valuable playing time here in the fourth quarter off the bench. Almost a steal there by Coldwater. Barhorst kicks it over to Albers. Lamb and in. Kayla Lamb, 7 points off the bench.
I think that's a real telltale sign how Minster's doing this is that depth, just like you said, 7 points off the bench. Definitely a big get for the Wildcats.
Lamb in the first game wasn't in the initial rotation, but the last 2 games has worked her way in, and tonight she's earned playing time in the fourth quarter. Sparks almost with a steal. Wenning. Shot up by Steinke.
A little hard there.
Rebound by Minster. Minster with a 7-point lead in the basketball.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of patience here, especially in this last 3 minutes. Minster and making sure that they really take time to convert.
Barhorst to the basket. Rissmiller was there with the rebound. Coldwater needs a basket here.
Yeah. They pretty much are going to need a basket about almost every trip now.
That was stolen. Sparks comes up with it. Albers to Lamb. 3 ball. Not sure they needed that one.
I don't know if that was the best choice there.
You know, early in the season, you don't always have the game situations. You know how to play. I mean, you can tell in practice all the time, but it's a different to have that feel.
Absolutely, and especially as we kind of mentioned earlier, with both of them having long volleyball runs, you may not get those scrimmages that you normally do. You normally allotted, 4 scrimmages where you can get in those game situations to be able to create that type of stuff. And if you don't get that, stuff like that's going to happen. You're going to have to talk about it later.
Rissmiller nails a 3 ball and a quick timeout by Coldwater. 2.5 to go. The lead down to 5. And we'll be right back on NKTelco Sports.
We are here and here and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
2:30 to go. They adjusted the scoreboard. It is correctly now 41-37. The 3 ball by Rissmiller is big. Coach Amy Meyer with the precision strip timeout, really trying to fire up her team, who really have gotten right back in with that 3.
Absolutely, and they're going to need to be able to be patient to be able to create every time they're down the floor, because I think Minster is really going to be patient with them going down the floor, and then they really got to be able to create something every time that Coldwater comes back. And I think that 3 was definitely what the doctor ordered to keep their confidence up here to be able to stay in this ball game.
So Minster with a 4-point lead in the ball. Little 1-2-2 full court pressure. McClurg getting close to the 10 count, and it is.
They got the 10. Great work for Coldwater.
Just what the doctor ordered for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, and that's kind of out of that. Like you said, they've been going with the half court, and that's really the first time they pressed, and they were very successful.
Rissmiller misses a layup.
Oh, that's very rare.
Too strong and cleared by Barhorst. Wow.
Yeah.
It was a great entry pass and
did everything right except finish.
Barhorst. See if Minster's going to be patient here. I don't think they're going to be shooting too many threes, albeit unless it's wide open. All the way over to Albers. Loses her footing, but they were lucky to not lose possession there. Pass it underneath and stolen by Steinke. Kanapke pull up jumper and in. Lead down to 2. 41-39. Timeout by Coach Wiss. Coach Wiss will call a.
Really thought that
we'll just keep it right here.
Yeah, I thought that Miller miss was really going to really shoot him, but they got the turnover and were able to get it right back. And that freshman being red hot, 4 points here, not too long here. So she's been very helpful here to keep the Cavaliers in this ballgame.
You know, in a big game like this, sometimes they say the freshmen don't know they're supposed to be nervous.
Absolutely. Well, you get that a lot, especially in this MAC. And I'm going to tell you something with this MAC. I know you got the seniors, but you've got some juniors, sophomores, and freshmen. And this is in all sports, no matter what it is. I mean, you've got some tremendous athletes just in this conference in general, both on the girls' side and the boys' side, either whether it be volleyball, basketball, football, even, you got Minster has a sophomore on their all-city team, and on their conference team, so you know that the athletes are here no matter what sport it is, and definitely proof tonight when you get a freshman contributing on a varsity level here.
Yeah. So both teams, Coach Wiss called the timeout, again sponsored by Precision Strip, and strategy on both sides here. 41-39, you don't have the luxury to just play keep away. You still got to attack the basket here.
Absolutely, yeah. And especially pressure has been on both sides. I mean, they've been able to, both teams have been pressuring the basketball. Coldwater creating that 10-second not too long ago, and Minster has been aggressive all night too. So, definitely something's got to give.
Anna Larger checks in the lineup, the junior number 22, as she has the basketball now. 1:20 to go. Extended pressure here by Coldwater as they have their 6th foul. 5 for Minster, so the next one will be 1-1 for Minster.
Yeah, I was going to use that. Just going to say they had that foul to give if they need to.
And Minster hasn't shot real well from the free throw line. So go down the stretch. Minster up by 2 with the ball. Inskeep. Over to Larger, wide open for the 3, but I believe Smartley just held on to it. Don't need to force a 3. Sparks is fouled, and that'll be the 1-1. Kelsey Seifring, her second foul. So like many good games this year, as always, come down to the foul line. Sparks will shoot first 1-1 for the night for Minster.
Minster 4 of 9 tonight from the line.
Senior drains that.
So definitely needed that.
Sparks, that was her first free throw attempt. Or no, she was over 2 earlier. Check that. No, she had my lines messed up.
I've done that. I've getting my lines.
So that was a big one. This is bigger. This could make it a 2-possession game. And she does.
Got it.
Now up by 4. So Coldwater.
Going to need 2 possessions to get back in this.
And there's Larger with the steal. To Sparks. Loses it. Able to come back up with it. And now they can play keep away with a 4-point lead.
Yep.
To Inskeep, down to 38 seconds.
I'm a little surprised they haven't fouled yet.
Ends up in Larger's hands. She smartly takes it out. 43-39. Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't fouled yet, and they have. And I think Coach Meyer wanted them to foul earlier.
Yeah, she looked like she was pointing, wanted the foul right away over here, and I don't know if that message just didn't get through or not, but now that'll send them to the line.
Minster on the season, 56% foul line. Last year they lost a lot of games late on foul shots, and there's a miss there. Rebound, though, on the floor, and it'll be Coldwater ball with 23 seconds to go. If you're Coldwater here, you're down by 4. You got to score quick.
Absolutely, and you don't need the 3 as long as you do it quickly. You just got to get the basketball, but unfortunately you give it up.
Another steal by Larger. She stole the ball before.
Yep. And I think that aggressive defense Minster's had all night, that's been their theme. They've been on it, and it's definitely going to pay off for them here creating this, and Minster can really ice this here if they can get this in here.
Barhorse with a 1-1. He's had some troubles tonight. Too strong there, Loigers.
Yep. Coldwater needs it in the basket quickly.
Try to go to Rissmiller. Rissmiller will miss it. Rebound by Inskeep. We're down to 7 seconds. We're down to 4. The Minster Wildcats will prevail. Tight game, and they win 43-39. Ball game. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back to wrap it up on NKTelco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Whether you do business from a corner store or a corner office, there is one asset your business cannot do without: the Internet. Everything from sales and marketing, training and shipping, PR, HR, and R&D, your business relies on a fast, reliable, and secure connection. And now, it's more important than ever to partner with an Internet provider you can trust. Get Flight Fiber for Business, backed by local tech support from NKTelco. Call today.
The Minster Wildcats win 43-39 on our First National Bank scoreboard to win the MAC opener in a great ball game. With our final numbers, Mr. Michael Laws.
Yes, we got for Coldwater converting 10 field goals on missing 18 attempts, converting 4 3-pointers by missing 6 attempts, and they had 7 free throws and only missing 1. Had 9 rebounds, but turned over the ball 25 times. Minster, from the field goals, 13 field goal attempts were converted, missing 12, converting 3 3-point attempts while missing 10 attempts from the 3-point line. From the 3-point line. 6 free throws, missing 7, and coming up with 12 rebounds, but turning over the ball 22 times. So, yeah, but those free throws really came in big there late to help Minster really ice this game away.
Individual scoring for Coldwater. Riley Rissmiller led everybody with 20. Becca Wenning with 7. Claire Steinke with 4. Mia Kanapke with 4. Emma May and Jenna Loigers with 3. For Minster, pretty balanced. Lily Barhorse with 11. Casey Albers with 9. Kayla Lamb, 7 points off the bench. Addie Inskeep, 7 points, all in the second half. Morgan Sparks with 5. Katie McClurg with 4. As Minster goes to 2-1 on the season, 1-0 in the MAC, where Coldwater falls to 2-2. They're 0-1 in the MAC, and a good defensive game,
Absolutely.
Good game all around, and it could have gone anywhere until the last minute.
Absolutely, yeah. It was just, I think the pressure, Minster, those last couple of steals, really getting that pressure there later on, but it was going back and forth. Both teams had a lot to be proud of, and, Minster, just I think that depth just helped them out just a little bit just to get those extra points and get them to ice this one tonight and get them their first MAC win.
Depth and defense wins it for the Wildcats. One more order of business. Our player of the game, sponsored by NKTelco. We're going to have it for a Minster player off the bench tonight.
Yeah, Kayla Lamb, the 5'10 junior, 24, coming up with 7 points. Tremendous effort off the bench, really coming up with some key stuff late on to really.
And there was a lot of big baskets.
Yeah.
She played a lot of quality minutes in the fourth quarter, and
yeah, absolutely, giving you that depth, just like you talked about. Playing 10 players off the bench. When you come off the bench and can contribute 7 points, you definitely deserved it, and well deserved tonight. Congratulations to Kayla Lamb, our player of the game. Congratulations to Minster Wildcats. They win 43-39. So for my partner Michael Laws, I'm Dave Kanapke. Thanks for watching
on NKTelco Sports.